Welcome to Houston Newsmakers Extra. I've been talking with Ashley Dedmon. I want you to be able to take this conversation we have and share it with as many people as you know. Because Ashley, you've been cancer has been a part of your life before you were professionally a part of the effort to go ahead and deal with it. That's a fair statement, correct?
Yes.
So as you were growing up, how early were you aware of cancer impacting your family? You remember how young you were when you realized that this was going on?
So, Khambrel, my mother was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer when I was 18 years old, but my great-grandmother and my grandmother passed from breast cancer a little early on when I was younger. So it was really at the age of 18 where cancer actually impacted my home directly. Mm-hmm. And so I was very young. While we knew what breast cancer was, we really didn't know. And so we really got to learn what breast cancer was during my mother's 4-year journey with metastatic breast cancer.
Having been through that and now in your role as programs manager for Komen Houston, what's the best advice you could give women? Men get breast cancer too, by the way. We don't want to negate that or make that any less. The numbers are just much smaller. What advice do you give to women about their care and about the concern? Maybe women sometimes don't want to get help because they're concerned about the answer they get. They don't want to know if it's not good news. But the sooner they know, the better, correct?
Exactly. So yes, men do get breast cancer. With women, it's so important that we make our health a priority, that we take our time to get our annual screenings, and we go to our doctors annually for our visits or as needed. It's important because when you have that information and you have that knowledge, you're able to then navigate through your healthcare plan better, and be able to make those informed health decisions. And if you don't have those resources can be provided to you from your provider. And then there's resources also that Komen can provide to be able to help you through your journey. We have our Komen helpline, which provides emotional and psychosocial support for women, as well as our treatment assistant program, which helps to provide financial assistance should it be needed. And all that's important because all of that plays a role into a woman's access to care. I
would imagine the psychological part is a huge part of all of the breast cancer travels that women have to take, the path that they have to navigate.
Yes, it is. And while I've not been diagnosed, I've, again, experienced losing my mother and having my own personal journey. And it does have an emotional and a mental and psychosocial impact on you with so many factors as it relates to going through treatment, financial barriers, access to care, children, and even just the physical aspect of it. Going through chemo and treatment and the changes that you go through mentally and emotionally and physically. And so that's very important. It's very important to know that those feelings are real and that there's help out there to be able to navigate you through that. And so yes, and that's at Susan G. Komen, we have our patient navigators that work with the community and work with women and men to help them through that.
So the website for Komen for people to get help?
www.komen.org. And for Stand For Her, it's standforher@komen.org.
Use that information. It's very important. Pass it on, and you may help someone save a life. Thank you.
Thank you, Khambrel.